Hey everybody, Big Mac here. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red. So when we last left off, we had just encountered the, we just went into Silph Tower, and we are ready to start taking on Team Rocket. Of course, there's a couple ways that we can do this. One, we can start trying to do this methodically, trying, tackle Team Rocket floor by floor, brick by boring brick by Paramore. I really don't have much of a strategy. Part of it is just because there are so many warps in this dungeon. Well, it's not a dungeon. Although I think you can use dig and stuff, so that I guess that kind of qualifies it as a dungeon. I don't know. Fortunately, one thing that we do have on our side is that, I think Silph Co is meant to be done before you tackle all of the trainers on the roads from down to Fuchsia City. So, in that sense, these guys should not be very difficult for us, which is good in, in that sense, that it's not going to be a very hard romp through these guys, but on the other hand, it's still going to be very long and tedious for us to get through all of these particular enemies. Not that that's, whatever, I sped up the last episode, so oh no, Hyper Fang. What's Hyper Fang? That's it! I'm not afraid of your Hyper Fang. Well, at least not just one of them. Maybe if you had like 5 of them, then I'd be worried. But again, fortunately, we do have Pati here. We've got our whole team now at a pretty solid level. That way, also, as soon as we finish dealing with Team Rocket here, we can just go ahead and go straight down to the gym and start battling Sabrina and all of those trainers that are over there. But, of course, first things first, let's finish Silph Co. So how's everybody doing today? Today is July 30th. Man, I can't believe it's already the end of July. That's crazy. 2012, again, July 30th when I'm recording this. Knowing my upload schedule as of late, this might not be uploading it until like August 15th or something. I really haven't decided how I want to try and phase all these videos out, especially since I know that my Pokemon videos take longer and not everybody will get a chance to see them on a regular basis. So, it makes sense that I should only try and put up 1 or 2 a week. But then on the other hand, the longer that it takes for me to get through this game, the less interest I'm going to have in it. So it's kind of a, back and forth situation. So, of course, one deal with Silph Co was we saw all those bridges, or not bridges, but gates that were locked off from the other section. So, of course, we can't access those right now. Does Magnemite know any... trying to think if Magnemite knows any electric attacks by this time. It might know Thunder Shock, but that would be it in terms of its versatility. And Voltorb definitely does not have any... sorry, I'm banging my Super Nintendo controller apparently upon the pedestal on which I am recording. Magneton! Wait, no, Magnetron is the thing inside of your microwave, right? Magnetron? I think that's what it's called. The thing that actually, heats up your food and stuff. I think it's called a Magnetor? Magnetor, I don't know. But anyway, so there are various warps around here. Again, might be better to see it in this color scheme. But yeah, so we're going to have to be dealing with these things. So I think what I'm just going to do right now is I'm going to go up until the 4 where we can collect the thing that gets rid of them. And then we'll come back. No, maybe we'll start off from the top. I don't know. Again, I really haven't decided how I want to do this thing. Because there are a lot of items in here for grabs. There are a lot of confusing pathways in here. Although you gotta admit, it's really impressive that they have this whole teleport scheme inside of the office building. I mean, that's pretty high tech right there. They can market that to more places. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I forgot to switch Pati out, didn't I? Because she leveled up. But, we can market that to plenty of other places, and that would be so much easier for us to get from one place to another. Or perhaps it's only a very limited range with which we can actually try and use these kinds of particular techniques, the teleporting. Like maybe after, a certain distance it kind of phases off in its efficiency, so that means you couldn't use it You know, or perhaps you would have a bad teleport, and I don't think anybody wants a bad trip in that sense. Let's quickly just finish off. Oh, it's still disabled. Silly me, I forgot about that already. In the meantime, let's just... fortunately, not everybody in here is a member of Team Rocket. Of course, most of them are, so what we need to do is save the other ones. Like, there's this guy down here. What do I do? Run. Run and hide. That totally reminded me of just the other day. I actually play, not very often, but just every so often. I go to OMG Pop, and I play Draw My Thing. You know, basically it's like it was like the original version of Draw Something. So, you know, it's pretty fun. I mean, it's a little simple, you know, just very simple. Just draw things. It's Pictionary, essentially. So, in going through everything that is on, you know, just in playing through, of course, you meet up with random people, and I keep forgetting to switch out Bati. I'm sorry. I get distracted, and then I'm like, ooh, look at all the pretty colors. But in terms of OMG Pop, I just go, I mean, I know there's a bunch of little games that they have on there. I've dabbled in some of them. I don't play there very often, but the one I do like to play is Draw My Thing, you know, draw something. But of course, you know, when dealing with the internet, and if you give people a pen, they will draw pretty much anything that they want, unfortunately. So there we go, moving around. Seems like there's a tiny bit of, there's like more lag than usual for some reason with my game right now. Not that that's really much of an issue. I mean, I'm just trying to I just have to compensate for it right now. I have to compensate for my shortcomings. That's not good. But so with OMG Pop, the other day I was stuck in, you know, they just randomly throw you. I keep forgetting to switch out Bati. Switch out Bati. Switch out Bati. Okay. You know what? No, I'm just gonna. I normally don't save this until. Again, normally you see, and I've been just using the set style of Pokemon training and everything else like that. Oh, okay. Drowsy, surf, and drowsy off into the ocean. No, I don't know. Okay, switch out Bati. Oh, yeah, you see, now I definitely need to switch out Bati because now she's 2 levels ahead of other people. Okay, let's do this now while we're thinking about it, while we're young. Ish. Okay, Poncho, you get the goods. And that's everybody on here on this floor that looks like we can tackle. Anyway, so on OMG Pop, you usually deal with a bunch of immature 14-year-old boys who want to pretend like they're 25 or something like that. You know, on one hand, it's the internet. What do you expect? Of course, another thing was, you know, just because if there's any notion, again, it depends on what room you're in. You know, sometimes rooms are just nice, very polite people, and everybody has a good time. Other times you just get complete jerks who will try and insinuate. Trying to think of a nice way to put this. Basically, they are adolescents and being really immature, especially towards people with female avatars. So, unfortunately, one person had like a Hello Kitty avatar, and they were very, very rude to that person and very derogative to that person. And I was just like, you know what, a Hello Kitty person, you should just leave this room. You know, I think at first she was trying to play along with it, but after a while it was just kind of like, no, these guys are just being more jerks than anything else. And you know, at that point I think she also realized, she was like, screw it, I'm leaving. I probably should have done that at the same time too. I mean, I was trying to legitimately play, and of course half the time they're drawing anatomy parts. Although one time it was appropriate, oddly enough, but I'll leave that to your guys' imaginations as to how that worked. Ooh, Pokemon reports. Porygon. Porygon is an interesting creature for sure. Yeah, and also 4 Pokemon that trade. The 4 that trade are that evolve are Graveler, Machoke, Haunter, and oh, I'm totally blanking out right now. This is not good. The other Pokemon that evolves, oh, Kadabra. Duh. Okay. Fortunately, here on the 5th floor is the actual item that we are looking for. So, let's see here, Mr. Scientist. Oh, you have decided to go against the goodwill of science and use it for malevolent purposes. That's not very nice of you, Mr. Scientist, dude. But anyway, so yeah, so there were just a bunch of jerks on OMG Pump. I'm sure there was like a ways to report him and everything, but all they would do was just like kick him out of that one room and, you know, put him into another. It's the internet, you know, what can you do about it? So, last thing I did was, like, right after finishing a game that I won, and of course they were like, oh my god, you're such a hacker. I'm like, no, I try to follow the clues. I used the hangman-like letters on the top of the screen to try and get an idea of what the hell you might actually be trying to draw. But, you know, so they're like, oh my gosh, you're so good at winning. I'm like, no, I'm just actually trying to play the game. But all of a sudden this other person comes in, the person's caricature looks like she's, I don't know, maybe 16 years old or something. And so I'm just, so I was about to leave anyway. And so I just typed in really quick. I was like, no, run! There are animals in here. You don't belong here. Keep your sanity. It's not very nice and polite in here. Of course, and then I just immediately left the room. So I have no idea whatever happened to that person. It's the internet. You know, it's just as... It's the closest thing nowadays to like a internet chat room, I believe. Why does my arm hair hurt? That's a weird feeling. No, Poncho got paralyzed. No, it's bueno. Uh-oh, Poncho. If you can get out of this, maybe we should... Okay. Am I gonna have to take you back down to the Pokemon Center? I might just have to take Poncho down. No, I think I've got... It depends on how much more this Arbok has in store for our friend. Okay. Anyway, boom goes the... Yes, the common phrase. Okay, anyway, we do have a full heal. Good. I will give that to Poncho now. That way, at least maybe it can get up to level 43 before I decide to switch it out. Anyway, this is the really important item that we need to define in this one office building, the card key. What the card key will allow us to do, well, actually, let me just show you guys right here. Now we can walk up to these little things, and it will just open up the door as we see fit. Fortunately, again, there are plenty of goodies in these rooms as well. Of course, they can start to be somewhat burdensome. Ooh, takedown. I might have to hold on to that. Of course, takedown has a recoil a bit, but it's a fairly strong normal type attack, so I might actually have to consider keeping it. So of course there were the... Ooh, a protein. I will definitely give a protein out right now. I think Gonzalez needs it the most right now. Protein raising attack, of course. So I think, you know, we already saw floors 2, 3, and 4, and those had various not trapdoors, but they had the... or they had the... I can't think of what I'm calling them now. The gates. Yes, they had the gates. Anyway, so now that we have the key card, of course, we could go back down to those floors and try and, you know, rescue everybody down there. But let's just go all the way up to the top. Let's try and take on whoever is causing all this ruckus. Well, we actually know who it is. We know that it's Giovanni. Although that guy doesn't look like Giovanni, but hey, Mr. Team Rocket Man. I think you're in the wrong hallway for the appointments, as it is, Mr. Team Rocket Dude. But anyway, so yeah, that was my adventure on OMG Pop. You know, moral of the story is, it's the internet. I should be expectant of these things by now. I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was harassment, as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, not a whole lot I could do about it other than tell him, I was like, you know what, get out of here, try and find another room, try and find a nicer room, you know, one where people will actually treat you like a person. Oh well. Hopefully that other person did just that, I don't know. And again, unfortunately, you know, stuff like that really does stick around with people. I mean, it's like bullying and anything else, really. Yay, Poncho now has green health again. That's pretty useful. Okay, but I think what I'm going to do for this episode is I'm going to... Oh, that's how we can battle up here on the 11th floor. Well, we got to find a way to get into that room somehow. Of course, it involves that teleporter over there. I'm really not going to be using the teleporters all that much. I mean, we have the key card now, so why not? Oh, I forgot to switch out Poncho. Oh, I am so bad with switching out and the stuff. My gosh, okay. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to go down a couple of floors. You know, we half did floors 2, 3, and 4. We completed all of floor 5. There are 11 floors total. Well, including the main floor. So there's only actually 10 floors of which we can go through. So then, that being said, we've already cleared. Whoop, there goes my telephone. Let's see here, I might actually need to stop recording and take this message, depending on what it is now. Okay, so for the moment, until I am responding for that other waiting and no continues, while we're waiting for that other possible text to come back, I'll clear this all up in editing and stuff, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so if you guys wanna meet, you know, I don't go to OMG Pop very often, maybe once a month, if even that. So again, not super duper often. But if you guys want to find me on there, I am Augie Global on there, as I am sometimes on YouTube. If I could, I would change my YouTube username. I mean, but of course that would kind of involve, like, I forgot to switch out Poncho again. Switch out Poncho. Switch out Poncho. Or if Poncho just happens to not make it through these particular battles as well, that's a possibility. But switch out Poncho, not let Poncho die, of course, but... okay. Yeah, you're stunned. Whoop-de-doo. You're so surprised. No, okay, let us switch you out for Lola. There we go. Okay, picking up a couple more... Ooh, Carbos. Alright, well, we didn't find Carbos in a cave, however... Let's see here, let's give them to... Who's the slowest number one team? I think Poncho needs it more than anybody now. Because remember, like, you know, being paralyzed, rare candy, we can always save those for later. Again, I really don't know what I want to do with rare candies. I honestly don't. TM26, is that Thunderwave? Wait, I don't know what it is. Oh, that was the rare candy. Yeah. Oh, Earthquake. Oh. There's a possibility that I could give Earthquake to Poncho instead of Dig. I mean, Dig is useful, especially like in situations where we don't have, you know, like we're in a cave or something, and we can't. I guess it's either equip Poncho with Earthquake and not equip Escape Ropes, or equip Escape Ropes and give Earthquake to Poncho. So those are my two options at this point. Did I switch out Poncho? I think I did. Yes, I did. I switched it out for Lola. That's true. Okay. I forgot that I had even done that. So you can tell that my mind is kind of like, woo, everybody's going in 1,000 different directions. And I just got another text. Let me see if it warrants a response very quickly. Okay. Not urgently requiring response. Okay, fair enough. So, again, in terms of what I want to do on this episode of the Let's Play, let's see here. So we have finished 2, 3, 4, and 11. We have finished 5 and 10, I believe. So let's go ahead and finish floor 9, and that will get us pretty much halfway through this dungeon. Or this building. I keep calling it a dungeon. I don't know why I keep calling it a dungeon. Maybe just because it has the creepy music going on or something. Whoa! Hi, mister. 4 Rocket Brothers. I haven't even been keeping track. Have we encountered any of them? I honestly don't know. But anyway, yeah, if I could, I would change my name to Augie Lobo 257, you know, miscellaneous string of numbers. Again, I think I've mentioned it before, like where Augie came from. It came from when I was playing Guitar Hero 3 back in 2007, and I was like, I need a cool band name, because I had other band name. Why did I pick Psychic? Psychic's stupid. Against the Drowsy. I don't know. I'm not thinking straight anymore. But in terms of like my various bands for for Guitar Hero up to that point, I had stupid stuff like the Pancake Brigade. And then my other favorite one is Actuary as a band name. You know, just like your file name on the earlier Guitar Hero games before they were online and everything. So Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero 3 came around, I was like, I need a really cool team name. So I was like, let's do something in Spanish. Let's pick something awesome like Wolf Eagle or Wolf Mother or something like that. And I was like, Augie for Eagle and Lobo is Wolf. And I'm like, oh, that's an awesome name. And then my mom saw that evening and she was like, oh. And I was like, this is the new Guitar Hero game. Look, I had to pick a band name. She was like, that's sweet. Did you come up with that yourself? And I was like, yes, I did. It does turn out that somebody else on the internet, on YouTube and elsewhere, has independently come up with that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they came up with them themselves. I came up with them myself. It's hard to try and form some kind of like notion of copyright on a YouTube username, but oh man, that would have been bad if Machop had hit me, because fighting is good against ice types. Yay, Lola gained another level, so that means I can actually switch out to the one that's at level 42 right now, whom I think is Gonzalez. Yes. Alright, so now everybody else is at 43, and Gonzalez is the only one at 42. Fortunately, there's this lady here. You look tired. You should take a nap. Don't give up. I won't. Alright, so I think, again, I'm trying to figure out how to decide splitting up this thing, because I want to try and do like half this floor, or half of the tower in this level, and half of the tower in the next episode. But there's a couple of really important battles in the next episode, so I'm kind of leaning towards doing a little bit more than halfway in terms of this episode. So we've completed now 9, 10, and 11, and 5, and we've completed half of 2, 3, and 4. So we're actually on a pretty good trek right now. I'm just going to keep going downstairs, a little bit at a time. I don't know if Swift will be able to take it out. Maybe with that protein, maybe that protein was just enough extra strength Tylenol to give Gonzalez. Well, Gonzalez is red and white, like Tylenol usually. Oh, Derp, why did I not use Thunderbolt? I don't know, I'm silly. But, yeah, we'll just see how everything evens out. Plus, of course, afterwards, we have to go to the gym in the city, so, hopefully everybody will be prepared enough for that. I reckon it's going to be mostly, well, let's see here, Lola isn't going to be too helpful in that. Gonzalez will be mostly, well, I don't know. I don't really have much of a physical tank on my team. So, like, of my 4 team members, Potty's okay, because again, psychic types usually have really high special stat in these games, so they're going to be obviously a little more powerful and resistant to, you know, your fire attacks, your water attacks, your thunder, your electric attacks. So you have to try and find some kind of a compromise, and usually that is through straight-on offense with these things. So if I had to, my initial strategy is just going to be send in Poncho and have him using Slash as much as possible. That's my basic plan for Sabrina right now. Of course, I'm sure people might get a chance to. No, there are ghost types in there as well, aren't there? Yeah, there are ghost Pokemon in the gym as well. So yeah, so Lola will be able to help in that sense too. Okay, that's cool. Everybody gets a turn. That's a good thing. That's a nice one. Everybody gets their own turn to get a trophy and be part of the fun. And I'm trying my best to like level up everybody evenly. You know, it's a pretty much win-win situation. Oh, my brothers, I have failed you. Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, well, I already defeated at least one of your brothers. Ooh, how do we get in that building? Oh, right up here. Ta-da! Alright, so I think I'm just going to finish up this one last floor here, and then I will stop the video at this point. My air conditioner's already gone off twice in this video. You know, it's hot outside, you guys can tell already. So, my voice is already starting to go too a little bit. So, hopefully everything is going alright. So, general things they learned in this video. Electrode versus Electrode. Let's try Flash. Flash actually has... Whoa! Yes! Wait, what happens when the self-destruct misses? Oh my gosh, that worked out much better than I was expecting. Okay. Wow. That was an awesome ending battle for this video. But of course, I think we still got one more battle in this floor right here. So, just quickly walk around. Oh, hey dude. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so maybe we are done with this floor then. If so, that's cool. And again, there are those warping tiles that will take you all over. We've seen it a couple of times already. But I think this is floor 8 now, so we're going to go down to floor 7. And floor 7 here... Is this floor 7? I don't know. Anyway, this is where we'll be picking up our next episode of Pokemon Red. So we will finish, we will save Silph Co, and time permitting, possibly take on Sabrina's gym. If we can figure out how to get through that thing. Until then, this is Big Mac saying, later.